Hi peeps, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. The sun is shining really bright right now, so I'm hoping that it's not too much light coming in, but we'll make do with it. Today I am going to do my first video on essential oils. Now, rather than make this video very long and detailed about every essential oil and what it does, the oils that I talk about in this video, underneath the video, I will put a description what it is best at doing. And also carrier oils, which would be oils that you add your essential oils to. I'll talk a little bit about those, my most favorite being rosehip oil. But what I thought I would do to make this more interesting, instead of just sitting here talking about the oils, I thought that I would show you some of the formulas that I use on a daily basis and incorporate into my regular skincare. That's the beauty of essential oils. They can be added to your everyday skincare routine. They don't really interfere with anything. Okay, so there are some things that we must take into consideration when using essential oils. And here is my essential oil box, which I'm going to change to a new box that I found. I'm so excited. But anyway, I will just show you. I order mostly all of my skincare essential oils from Mountain Rose Herbs. They are distilled properly. They don't use any solvents to distill them, and they are therapeutic grade. That's what I look for when using a essential oil on my skin. But they usually come in small bottles, and the bottles are usually dark, and they'll come with a little spout on the top, and you will just turn it sideways, and it will take a few seconds to, gather up enough to drip. But when a recipe or when something you're using says 2 drops of essential oil, that does not mean this. That means 2 drops. And it could take a little bit of time because some essential oils are thicker than others. So, I have so many essential oils. I have only met one that I do not care for the scent, that it truly annoys me. And I'm looking for galbanum. Wait, hang on a minute. I want to show you it because if you're sensitive to smell, it is horrible. It's galbanum? Yes, this one here. It's the only one that I cannot put into anything because it truly does not like me. And that's just as far as scent. It doesn't bother my skin or anything. Okay, so things you need to take into consideration. If you are allergic to roses, you're allergic to lemongrass, you're allergic to basil in real life, in the world of essential oils, you will probably be allergic to it. So I would not go and just because someone says to you, oh, you need to put basil in your recipe, it's so good for this, or you need to put parsley, it'll take care of those varicose veins or spider veins. You can't do it because if you are allergic to it, you are allergic to it. So testing your essential oils with a carrier oil put on your skin and then a little bit of essential oil. And when I say little bit, it's like a drop. It's not shake, 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 rattle and roll. It is a drop, and then you will wait a few minutes to see if you have a reaction. I also wrote down here, so I didn't forget to cover things, because essential oils are very powerful and very healing. If you have high blood pressure, there are certain essential oils that you should not use. If I can fit them all in an annotation, I will, right here in an annotation. If you are pregnant, there are essential oils that are so powerful they can induce labor. So you should always talk to your doctor or specialist about using essential oils. If you are epileptic, you should not use certain essential oils also. So I would suggest if you are going to start with essential oils, you must educate yourself first. And that doesn't mean watch Crazy Miss Tammy's video and just say, hey, I know about essential oils now. Because every day, everything about essential oils is important, okay? And I'm going to recommend the only book I think you need. This book is my Bible. I have had it. This book was written in, let me see. This book was written in 1991. It is by far, and I think still, because I have several others, but I never let this one go. It is always with me. And it is the complete book of essential oils and aromatherapy by Valerie Ann Warwood. Okay? This book has sections on absolutely everything about essential oils. She's got a whole section on the fragrant way to beauty. She gives you solutions. She gives you blends to use. She'll tell you in the beginning oils that are good for certain things of each. Like this one, the Body Beautiful. Okay, so nourishing oils for the body. She talks about essential oils for very dry skin. And she will list all the essential oils that are good for dry skin. And then she tells you certain things, how to take care of like attacked cellulite. And I learned so much from this woman's book, so much from it. So I would suggest that all of you who are so interested in essential oils, get this book. You will need no other book, none. That's not to say that I don't have other books, but the best one I have ever found is this one. If you be wise, you will go and get this book, okay? My number one suggestion to you is to get a really good book. Okay, and remember, if you have high blood pressure, if you're epileptic, or you're pregnant, there are certain essential oils that you should not be using at all. Okay, so the top 3 oils I will tell you that I like. The top 3, I could say there's probably, I don't even want to do my top 3, but I love sandalwood, frankincense, myrrh. Rose is very, very, very expensive. I do not even have a bottle of it. I do use geranium in place of it because it's a rose geranium. I love carrot seed oil. Carrot seed oil goes into my base oil, all of them. I put about 10 to 20 drops. There are ways of blending things to every 2 tablespoons. You can put up to 30 drops, and these are things you learn in the books, okay? All right, so I will show you some blends that I'm using right now, okay? And in each blend, I will put the recipe underneath if you would all like that. And you can go ahead and decide whether you are interested in that. Now, I have a lot of people who ask me about my neck and what I use on my neck. And when I first came to YouTube, I talked about using bio oil. I did not mention the fact that I do use a lot of essential oils, and I would sometimes blend them right into the bio oil. I have since then changed that because I am madly in love with rosehip seed oil. Now, the rosehip seed oil I get from Mountain Rose Herbs. I think this cost me, this is a small travel bottle. This is the smallest one, I think it's $18. I usually order the 16-ounce bottle. Rosehip oil does have to be refrigerated. It does have a shelf life, however, of 2 years. And that's what I love about Mountain Rose Herbs. They give you all the information on the side of the bottle. So these are not extracted from solvents, alcohol, or other chemicals. They have a 2-year, this one has a 2-year shelf life. It's not kosher, and it is from Chile. And it needs refrigeration. It cannot be used in food use, and cosmetic use, yes. This actually has a retinol in it, but it does not make your skin react the way Retin A does. The chemical that is in this is actually in tretinoin, but this one here I think is so much better for the skin. Plus it has all the omega fatty acids, tons of vitamins in it, just a fabulous anti-ager. They've even said that it can take away acne scars. However, if you are having an acne breakout, you should not use rosehip oil because it can aggravated even more. But if you have stretch marks or scars using rosehip oil, it actually has been said to remove wrinkles. I use this on my skin. What's very nice about it is it's very lightweight and it absorbs into your skin. I wear this absolutely every single night to bed, mixed in with my other things. So let me show you my neck cream. I'm hoping this video isn't so long, but it may have to be, peeps. I'm sorry. All right, so this is what I do. I have cobalt blue and also I have the amber color. You need to have dark glass. I order all of mine online because I have no place locally that I can purchase these bottles so that when I make like a toner, I can spray it onto my skin. And that's not available local for me. So I do order these from Mountain Rose Herbs. They're very inexpensive and they come with a glass dropper and they come in 2 ounce, 4 ounce, and 8 ounce, I think. I have 2 different sizes here. Anyway, okay, so this is what I do. Now here's my neck. I only make enough to last for about a week and a half, okay? And that's using it religiously and gloriously, okay? I don't whip out on it, okay? I'm taking care of business, and I use this all on my neck and my chest area, okay? I don't use a neck cream because I just never found a neck cream to do anything. I really didn't. Okay, so for my neck, I take 1 teaspoon as my base, and I have a tiny little funnel which I didn't bring. So I take my funnel and I put it in. All my bottles I boil and sterilize just like you do baby bottles, okay? Because you want them to be sterile. So then I'll take my 1 teaspoon. This one happens to have rosehip oil. And this is another thing, trial and error. You will find the carrier oil that works best with your skin and that you like. Hazelnut oil is another oil that's very good for aging skin. Kukui nut or kukua nut oil is a Hawaiian oil. It's very good for moisturizing. I have grapeseed oil. I have them all. The only one I do not like the smell is, it starts with a T. Okay, we'll get back to this. Okay, so I take 1 teaspoon. I buy little label makers, and if your bottle's oily, just take a little vinegar wipe and wipe your bottle so wipe the bottle off so that your sticker will stick. So I take 1 teaspoon of rosehip oil in this, okay? And because I make it in such small batches, having it sit in this jar in my drawer for the week does not make the oil go bad, okay? The large one this is ice cold right now because I keep it in my refrigerator. I have a little refrigerator for cosmetic use, okay? One day I'll expose the things that are in there. Okay, so then I take 10 drops of geranium, okay? Geranium is in place of the rose because rose is just too darn expensive. It's like hundreds of dollars, okay? And that's for 1/8 of an ounce or 1/4 of an ounce. It's very, very expensive. But geranium is geranium rose, and it is very good for anti-aging. So I take 10 drops of geranium, and then I take Clary-Sage, 7 drops. Again, I will put under the video what all of these do. And then I'll take 10 drops of lemon. Lemon helps to brighten, so it's going to lighten any age spots you have. And I'm not bragging, peeps, but I have no age spots on my hand. I have no age spots on my face. I have no age spots anywhere except one on my chest, and that was caused by the sun. Most of the time, a lot of women get them after child's birth, after having babies. But anyway, then I take my carrot seed oil. First, I take the carrot seed oil, 20 drops of it, put it in with the rosehip oil, then I add my others. Then I will give it a light shake, and I let it sit for a whole day, and then I start using it the next day, just so that it gets really, they marry in. It's called a synergistic blend. Okay, so that is my neck treatment, and all I do is put about 6-7 drops in my hand and massage it into my neck after I've cleansed my skin and I'm going to bed. That's my neck. The next one I use, we'll do my face. Now with the face, I use this. I'll put a squirt of my Caudalie night cream and I'll add this oil right into it, or I just wear the oil by itself. Again, this one I put 2 tablespoons of rosehip oil, It's my favorite for anti-aging, my absolute favorite. And then I use 10 drops of sandalwood, and I don't have it. Sandalwood really does soothe and firm the skin. And then geranium again takes the place of the rose. I put in 10 drops of that. And then there's frankincense, which is 5 drops. That helps to rejuvenate aging skin. It improves skin tone. I don't know who's calling, but they better not disturb my video. Okay, and then of course there is myrrh, which maintains firmness. I put 5 drops of myrrh into this one, and that maintains firmness. It keeps the skin looking youthful. It helps to prevent any tissue degeneration that you may, that we get with age. I'm distracted. Okay, it's nobody. Okay, so that's my blend. 10 drops of sandalwood, 10 drops of geranium, 5 drops of frankincense, 5 drops of myrrh. Now, because I have made this with the rosehip oil, which is fabulous, I cannot rave about it enough, I will just put some in the palm of my hand, and I warm it up, and usually what I do is I will put my hands to my face. I also will inhale the fragrance, because outside of taking care of your skin, inhaling them also really does a lot for mood and lifting, and they're amazing. I will just hold them so I feel the warmth of my hand, and then I will pat it into my skin and start massaging it in. And then when I'm done, I will then go back and I just pat my skin again, okay? That's it, peeps. Now, if you want to follow with a night cream, go right ahead, because that oil, when you wake up in the morning, the first time using the rosehip oil and the blend, you are going to feel the softness in your skin. And it does not make your skin oily, because some of these essential oils help to normalize and balance the skin. Okay, so that's my face. Okay, so the next one is my eye, and as you can see, it's a small batch, okay? This one here, again, I use, now this one I did a blend of carrier oils, because I like what each and every one of them does for the skin. So I put 2 teaspoons of rosehip oil in this one, but I also added 5 drops. And when I say 5 drops, I take a dropper that I have, I put it in the oil, I squeeze them up, and then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I'll do it. And I put 5 drops of evening primrose oil in my eye blend, and then I will take 3 drops of carrot seed oil. Carrot seed oil pretty much goes in everything I use, everything, okay? Because it is a very strong, potent vitamin A without giving you all that flaky peelingness. Okay, so I put 3 drops of that into my oils, and then I will mix it up, but then I will add in 5 drops of pure vitamin E oil, okay? And then I will blend that mix up, and then to that I will add lavender, because lavender is very soothing, works on the elasticity of the skin, healing, smells fabulous. And then to that I will add 3 drops of sandalwood, and it just makes a beautiful, beautiful eye serum. Then I will take a drop of that, I will rub it together in my hands, and I will just press it around my eye area. Now, what you need to be careful of, and that's why I choose to use the rosehip oils, hazelnut oil you let soak in for about 10 minutes if you were to use the hazelnut with it, and then you just wipe the excess oil out. Remember, when you're working with oils around your eyes, your skin will heat it up, which will then make it run. Essential oils are not water soluble. They are only oil soluble. So if you should get essential oils in your eye, you do not rinse them with water. You have to take something like grapeseed oil or something and massage it to your eye to dilute the essential oil. So always have a vegetable oil next to you when you are working with essential oils in case you get it in your eye. Do not put water. They are not water soluble. They are fat soluble, okay? Okay, so I've done my eye, my neck, and my face. So the other one I have, now this one is, and I don't know any woman that doesn't want to work on this, okay? You all saw my basket. I do dry brushing, okay? Here's one of my dry brushes. When I dry brush my skin. I work up towards the heart until I have done the whole body. Usually I will do this before I get in the shower. And then when I get out, one of my favorite lotions right now is by Bioderma. And I like this one. It's fragrance-free and paraben-free. So that's why I really like it, because when you're adding the beauty of an essential oil into something, you truly do not want to add it into a bunch of parabens, okay? So the Bioderma, and I am very lucky and fortunate. Joelle sends me my Bioderma, so I am never without it. It is fabulous, and I love it. And because it's a non-fragrance, which you can add these to any cream you have that is paraben-free and fragrance-free. And then you're getting benefits, or you can use them on their own. It's up to you. But what I will do is I will dry brush, I will get in the shower, and I will take my normal shower. And then when I get out, my skin is very warm and damp. Now this is a fat fighting one. Okay, peeps, this is not cellulite, this is my fat fighting one, okay? And it also works at moisturizing my skin. But I did use essential oils in this one that are known to help fight fat and cellulite and that kind of stuff, okay? So, first I took a dropper of this one. And I did a mix of carrier oils because they all benefit the skin, and the skin on my body is very dry. So I really want to take advantage of all of their benefits. So I just do mad scientist. I just go ahead and blend all kinds of crap in there. Not crap, it's all good stuff. But anyway, in my body one, and again, it's not a big bottle. So if you are somebody that's going to be bothered by mixing up small solutions at a time, this is not for you, because you have to, some of these the carrier oils have to be refrigerated, and if you make them in small batches, you don't have to worry about that, okay? And and they must be in dark bottles, okay? So for my body, I took 8 droppers of almond oil, and the almond oil just comes in a bottle like this. And then I did 3 droppers of the kukui, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's a Hawaiian oil. And then I take 3 drops of hazelnut, which is this one, 3 droppers, not drops, droppers. So that means I go like this. And that's a dropper full. I go 1, squirt the whole thing in, okay? So 8 of those was made up of almond oil. 3 more of those was the kukui. And then the other one, the hazelnut, was 3 droppers full. And then I took 1 dropper of vitamin E, okay? And to that, I also added 1 dropper of evening primrose and 2 droppers of baobab oil. And then I took my essential oils. Now first I mixed all those carrier oils together, okay? Then I took 8 drops of grapefruit, very good fat fighter, 2 drops of oregano, 10 drops of cypress, and 10 drops of rosemary to this. Then I will just shake it up, and the longer they sit, the more they're like a perfect marriage then, okay? So then I will apply these onto areas of my body that really have, like my inner thighs will get, I'll just take some of this, heat it up in my hands like this, and I will massage it onto my inner thigh area, or right in my inner knee area. That's where my family stores fat. I will rub it in there. Then I will take my moisturizer. I will squirt a couple pumps in there, and I will take a dropper of that, not the whole dropper because then you'd be too greasy. But I will take, half of that dropper into my oil. Then I will warm that up into my hands and apply it all over my body, paying attention to the fatty pockets in your body, okay? So that is that. I'm not done, peeps. I have 1 more oil that I use, and this has made a world of difference to my hands. So this is my hand oil, and I mix this in with my Clarins hand cream that I use. But this one here is made up of avocado oil, 2 teaspoons. To the avocado oil, I add 10 drops of carrot seed oil. Carrot seed oil is the strongest form of vitamin A in essential oils, fabulous anti-ager. To that I will then add 10 drops, not droppers, 10 drops of jojoba oil, and then 10 drops of evening primrose oil, and then to that I will add 10 more drops of vitamin E oil. Then I will blend those carrier oils together, and I will add 1 drop of frankincense, 2 drops of lemon, the lemon is for the age spots, 1 drop of geranium, and 2 drops of sandalwood to my mixture. I mix it up, and then I'll put a squirt of my hand cream in, and because I'm going to bed, I always use this only at night. Because I'm going to bed, I will put quite a few drops of it in and just massage my hands. When you wake up in the morning, I am telling you peeps, your hands are going to be so soft. Now I will tell you, if you look at my hands, I don't have attractive hands, so please don't misunderstand that I'm saying look at my pretty hands. I do not have attractive hands, but I do not have any age spots. I swear it's because I add these oils into my everyday routines. So that is just me touching lightly on essential oils because there is so much that can be talked about on essential oils. I mean, really, just so much. Go and invest in this book. Okay, there is the author's name. Get this book. It will tell you absolutely everything you would want to know. It's amazing what essential oils can do for your life. I told you all a while ago, when I get sick, I will take coconut oil, jojoba oil. It doesn't really matter what carrier oil you use, and I will put drops of eucalyptus. This is interesting because Joelle was just recently, she had a bad cold, she was not feeling well at all. And she went to the pharmacist and he recommended to her eucalyptus oil. She came home and she wrote me and she says, Tammy, she doesn't call me Tammy, but she calls me something else. She says, no one has ever told me about essential oils until you. And now my pharmacist is telling me what you said. So I think that even in everyday medicine, I think that many people are realizing how good essential oils can be. I mean, you can heal things. When you can hurry a bruise along by using essential oils. It's amazing. It doesn't have to be just for skincare. It can be for so many things. You can clean a dog's ears out with lavender oil and a carrier oil. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, Pete, any questions you have, I will try to answer you. I am not trained in essential oils. I don't pretend to know everything about essential oils, but I do research. I have papers up the yin-yang that I will print out when there's something very interesting on essential oils, and I keep them all in a notebook with my books so that I can always refer back to things. And again, I must repeat this. If you are pregnant, if you have high blood pressure, if you are an epileptic, you must know which essential oils you can use. If you just Google essential oils and epilepsy, essential oil and high blood pressure, essential oils and pregnancy, you will get so many articles and they will tell you what oils you should and shouldn't use. I hope that you have all enjoyed this. I know sometimes these videos can be, the videos when you're learning things, they can be very boring, or you can get too technical, too scientific about it. I try to take that out, and that's why I just decided I would show you things that I'm using right now. And every time I make a new solution, I try it out. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I'll mix different oils. That's another thing about these books. Some of them tell you which oils work the best together, so you'll know, okay? And I just think that the world of essential oils is a fascinating subject, and you don't have to be a hippie or granola to enjoy the benefits of essential oils. Be happy, be healthy, be beautiful. Bisous, my friends, bisous. I love you guys.